TCG Card Shop Simulator is a game where you can make good investments, ward off smelly people, and properly look after the environment. And I'm going to show you how I completed every single achievement, all while I kept the debt collectors at bay. I wasted no time and began harassing the general public to encourage them to gamble their life savings on my packs. But then I realized I couldn't even open until I named this new establishment. And the only name I really found appropriate was, steal from me and you will die. Now that our store was official, I whipped out my iPod Touch and ordered my first batch of stock. And it seems Sonic the Hedgehog delivered my boxes because I turned around and they were all at my front door ready to collect. What the heck? I then noticed this guy had a stench so bad that it could be classified as a weapon of mass destruction. But he got away with it today because I had shelves that needed stocking. Now in this game, it's actually extremely important to have a balance of shopkeeper and pack addict because the two final achievements require you to collect 2,500 cards and reach shop level 100. Now this doesn't sound too difficult, but this is actually quite the opposite because there are only 2,744 cards in the game. And there are loads of certain cards that have as little as a 0.1% chance of being unboxed. But before I even begin to think about doing those, I need to focus on getting the store ready for the grand opening. And my first task was to set the price of my cards so that I can start making money. And now all I had to do was open my store and let the sales roll in. And in no time I had my first customer, but for some reason he wasn't very happy with my prices. So I searched for the nearest gun store. But after having no luck finding one, I was just forced to drop them. So just like that, we were getting our first sale and our first $8. So I give him his change and move on to the next one. And from there, I started flying through customers, making more and more profit with each sale, until this guy threw me a curveball and tried to hand me his credit card. So naturally, I thought he wanted to leave me a small tip, but that didn't seem to be the case, and I once again was forced to settle with $8. However, it wasn't all bad, because without even realizing, I'd completed one of my tasks to complete 5 checkouts. I was given my next one, in which I had to buy and place a play table in my shop. So I pulled out my iPod, went to IKEA, and bought myself an expensive ass regular looking table. So I collected it from the street, placed it in the corner, and now had to wait for 10 customers to play on it. But it was getting close to 9 PM, and I had to close up shop after a successful first day at the Steal From Me and You Die store. Thus, leading us to day 2. I immediately got to work, serving customers, refilling shelves, and even started opening packs to add to my collection. And all while I was grinding away, 10 people had come and played in my shop. So I could move on to the next objective, which was to buy a card table. And card tables allow you to display and sell your own best cards to customers. And I had to sell 10 of these cards to tick off my next task. Although after nearly a full day of not selling a single one, I decided I'm removing every other shelf so they have to buy my cards. Which started working incredibly quickly because I turned around and someone had already picked one up. And by the end of the night, the task was complete. So I could put my shelves back and look at my daily report, which excitingly showed that I'd had my first ever profitable day. The next day consisted of stocking more shelves, serving more customers, and opening more packs. And I'm sure by now you can see a trend in this game, but I'm gonna need to change some things because we haven't actually completed a single achievement yet. So I bought some more shelving and shoved it as close to the door as possible. Why, you might ask? Well, in TCG, there's a cap to the amount of customers that can spawn in. So the faster they get in and get out, then the more customers and more sales you can do within a day. And while I was working away in the store, I reached shop level 5 to complete my first of 40 achievements. And shortly after, I bought the license for the basic card box, which was another achievement ticked off. Now, my only worry was that too many smelly people were getting into my store and driving away potential customers and sales. So I invested into a brand new auto scent M100, only to realize it requires 2 sprays to de-stink people. So I invested into 2 brand new auto scent M100s. And now that that issue was solved, I could focus on getting my 3rd achievement by buying the license to the basic rare cards. And I even used them to upgrade my shop a bit. But most obviously, I also opened some, which turned out to be super lucky because I pulled my first full art card, ticking off another achievement. And literally 1 pack later, I also collected my 100th card. And without even realizing, the day was over and I'd made over $1,000 profit, which was actually my 6th achievement. But at this point, I hit a bit of a brick wall and was just repetitively stocking shelves, serving customers, and recycling my rubbish. That was until 100 people had finally played a card game in my shop. And that also meant I can remove these for now because the customer limit also applies to them. These tables are actually terribly detrimental to making money and leveling up. After fixing this, I flew to level 10 and now I could hire young Zachary here to be my first worker, ticking off another achievement in the process. But I could not believe my eyes when Zachary was late to his first day. He's late. Where is he? How's it his first day and he's already late? Oh my god, is that him? If you ever show up so much as 1 minute late again, I'll fucking kill you. Zachary was never late again. Anyway, while Zachary manned the store, I relaxed by opening some packs and completed my 9th achievement for opening 100 of them. And just minutes later, I completed another by cleaning my 100th smelly person. I then decided I was going to show my boy Zachary how to handle the register. And I know he's young and learning, but what the fuck? After chokeslamming Zachary, I decided it's time to get serious about completing these achievements. If I wanted maximum efficiency inside my store, I needed a rearrange. I don't care how bad bad it looks, as long as I'm making money in XP. And money in XP is what I made, because in no time I was level 15 and able to hire my second worker to properly man the register, which freed me up to open packs, specifically these epic packs, which was also another achievement. And I opened these epic packs to pull my first big money card. Damn. I also want to do a brief update on my total cards collected, because after about 200 packs, I'm currently sitting at 362. So I decided to open more to get those numbers up all the way to 500. I then realized that the store was getting a bit cramped since there were so many customers. So I bought 4 shop expansions and shop lot B for more storage, ticking off an achievement for both. Now, you know earlier how I said certain cards had a 0.1% chance of being pulled? Well, that certain card is this card right here. This is called a ghost card, and they are very difficult to unbox. But not only that, there is an achievement to unbox a foil ghost card, which the odds are as low as 0.005%. Anyway, enough bitching from me, and back to getting my 15th achievement for reaching shop level 20. Then worked on the next one, which was to have 10k profit in one day. So I prepped by buying all the stock the day before and completely filling the shelves so that I could get maximum profit on day 23. And good thing I did, because I barely scraped 10k out of the day. So much so that it literally came down to the final customer. Achievement 17 came by only a little bit later at level 21 because I could finally unlock the legendary basic packs. And up until this point, I've been only opening packs while my employees ran my store, since I gain XP from both opening packs and serving customers, meaning doing this method maximizes XP gain. And because of this, I opened my 1000th pack. But at this point, I need to double down and focus on maximizing my store because this progression is far too slow for my liking. So I bought more shelves and started selling bigger and better items. And this method was working slightly better, but I still needed to wait a bit longer for my 4th worker so that my store could be completely autonomous. Or so I thought. For this method, I needed 3 people restocking the shelves, so that means I had to man the registers to serve customers. And that's because XP is based on the amount of units that are sold and not money or transactions. So I lowered the price of all my cards by 20% so customers would buy as many units as possible. And this was working out really well because I flew to level 31, but in doing so, I nearly went fucking bankrupt and had to revert back to a normal store. And while I was working on building my bank account back up,
put the money in my ass!
I still focused on things like cleaning smelly customers and unlocking all the new available packs. I then decided to look over the achievements, so I had an idea of what I could complete. And over the next few hours, I completed 5 different achievements for unlocking rare Destiny cards, checking out 1,000 customers manually, unlocking 10 shop expansions, unlocking epic Destiny cards, and collecting my 1500th card. At this point, my shop was a bit dull, so some upgrades and rearranging were necessary. And these upgrades actually helped my sales because I had my most successful day ever, collecting 30k profit. I was also high enough level to hire my 8th and final worker, so my shop could officially run completely without me. And I realized I forgot an achievement of selling a $200 card, but considering I had loads of expensive cards, this was pretty easy. Then after a bit of grinding, I unlocked 2 different achievements, which were to reach level 50, and because I reached level 50, I could now unlock the legendary Destiny packs, which were the final pack in the game to unlock. Then I also realized that I could unlock all 20 shop expansions. And now at this point, I have 32 out of 40 achievements, and 6 of those missing 8 either require me to level up a shitload or open a shitload of packs. And the remaining 2 need people to play in my store, which I'm gonna leave until last. So until then, the goal is to basically open the store, buy packs, open packs, close the store, and repeat. And slowly I'll be able to tick off each achievement, such as this one in opening my 10,000th pack, which took way longer than I want to admit. And as of right now, I'm sitting at 2,163 cards collected. So I went through my collection to find which rarity I'm missing the most of, which turned out to be rare Destiny packs and epic Destiny packs. So obviously I got straight to work on them. And unbelievably, I found a mystery glitch that made my pack opening even faster. And honestly, thank God I found the glitch because it quite literally took 70 days to finally unbox my first foil ghost card, which ticked off an achievement, and I could also sell this card for $10,000 right now and tick off 2 more, but I'm going to wait until I've collected the full 2,500 cards first. And speaking of collecting 2,500 cards, the developers actually just updated the game and added card trading with customers. So now I can come up to these customers with an exclamation mark, see what they're offering, and offer them a price or swap my own cards. And this made my life so much easier because the odds of getting new cards were about 1 in 10 customers. So after some grinding, I was eventually able to collect the full 2,500 cards with the help of this update, which now frees me up to sell my ghost foil card, collecting 2 achievements in one sale. Now all that remains is having 1,500 people play in my card tables, having 5,000 people play at my card tables, and to reach shop level 100. So I obviously put all the tables back, bought stock for the store, and waited until day 183 when I reached 1,500 people played in the store, bumping me up to 38 achievements. And finally, after 30 plus in-game days, hundreds of packs opened, thousands of customers served, millions of fuck yous to Zachary, I reached level 100. 100, which marks my 39th achievement with only one left to go. And that achievement is to have 5,000 customers play in the shop. So to help make this go by a bit faster, I made some changes to the place. And although we were quite popular, this still wasn't fast enough for me. And luckily I found out that as soon as the game started, I could kick them out and it would still count as 2 people played. So this final achievement wasn't too bad. And there it is, 100% completion on TCG Card Shop Simulator. This game is actually quite fun and surprised me on a lot of levels. And I definitely recommend playing it normally, unlike me. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed my struggling enough to like and sub. And also a massive thank you to everyone for blowing up my previous video. But please, stop asking for a part 2 because it actually might be the death of me. Anyway, here are some voiceovers I messed up because I thought they were funny. Specifically these epic packs, which are specifically these epic packs, which was all specifically these epic packs, which was also another achievement. Yes!